Scale Up family, today we're going to talk about fixing your back pain. This is series number 2. We're going to have lots of different series for problematic areas of your body, whether shoulders, hips, spine, whatever it may be for you. So this is back pain series number 2. Okay, just remember, back pain is a manifestation of a lot of different things, but across the board, in general, the biggest reason why back pain happens is because of our lifestyle habits nowadays. We're sitting on chairs, which is causing a lot of spinal flexion and a lot of our muscles to get turned off. Namely, our glutes and our hamstrings just become, weak, and they have amnesia. They forget how to turn on, especially when we start walking. We go through our gait patterns. And our SI joint, sacroiliac joint, gets super inflamed because we're stuck in this APT. So it gets really locked up and jammed up in there. It feels terrible. It feels shooting pain typically throughout the entire back. We also see a lot of side tilts, meaning that one hip is jacked up this way and one hip is here. So we're rotated differently because our rotation's off. It's going to cause a lot of pain on one side and instability on the other. So we see a lot of different conditions. Okay? Even if you're scoliotic, you're more prone to it. It's typically because glutes and hams are turned off, your midline's not firing properly, and your mid-back is just not even getting stronger at all because we're fixed in this position. Those are the places we're going to focus on. Mid-back, your obliques, your pelvic floor, your glutes, and your hamstrings, and probably your groin as well. So this is series number 2. So we're going to take you through a few exercises and start incorporating in this particular flow. And series number 3 will be a different flow. Okay? So I recommend doing at least about 10 reps per exercise, per side, or if it's bilateral, then 10 reps total there. I recommend doing at least 4 to 5 rounds of it throughout the day or within your actual workout pattern. So today, we're going to start with internal rotation of the hips first, because it's often a range of motion that's missing a lot of people. And internal rotation allows you to get nice full hip extension. It also allows the head of the femur, the head of the leg bone there to sit in the socket a little more centered, which allows a nice full range of motion in that joint. So all you need is a band. Get this from SeriousSteel.com or Amazon.com. I'll post a link below. Wrap this around you, around your lower back, like so, and just get this around your kneecaps. So lower back and kneecaps, number 1. Once you get set up, just even setting up like this, and legs coming up, and drawing your abs down, will start to release your back immediately. Okay? So that's a good thing. Take a few deep breaths here. Every exhale you take, draw down that lower back. Keep my hands up to kind of create some tension here. A couple deep breaths to set the spine. And when I feel like I'm ready, I'm going to take one leg down, start to walk that foot out to the side until you see my knees start to come inward a little bit. When I create that connection, my abs are still down, my lower back's down. I use the top leg to pull this knee down, but not without squeezing my glute really hard here. I'm going to squeeze my glute tight, keep my mid back down, arms out to the side, squeeze, and then I'm going to slowly come back up, driving this knee into my top leg, squeezing my butt the other way. I'm going to get you a full rotation here, get a nice spinal rotation in the hips, and then come back the other way and repeat the pattern. So I'm also going to show you my other side here in a second, and you're obviously going to see differences between both my sides even right now. Back the other way. So we do my other side as well. I'm going to cross over, bring this foot out until you see my knee rotate inward. I'm going to squeeze my glute, and pull. And then drive up against that leg, squeeze my butt, and go back the other way. Nice full. The band's slipping on me a little bit, so I'm going to readjust the band and go all the way back into this position as well. Okay? So I'm going to get 10 reps per side. I can even come back to this position again, hold my knees, and breathe here. That's going to pull my hips off my lower back while I hang out in this position and reset my abs where I want them to be. Okay? Along with my glutes and my obliques. Low back down, letting this just take my hip bone back in the socket. So that's internal rotation. First, I'm going to hit that movement for 10 per side. Next thing to do is straddle. There's already a video on this, but I'm going to quickly kind of go over this movement with you today. Do your straddle position. you think about getting into your sumo deadlift stance first, and just assess how your groin feels here. If it feels like, oh, it feels crazy tight, then no need to go any further. If you can challenge it, challenge it. So I'm gonna go out a little further for me, point my feet out a tad bit, but not too much. If you feel too much inside the back of the knee, then straighten your feet or walk up closer back to more of a shoulder width stance, okay? Wherever feels better. Now, number one, I'm gonna show you the front angle first. Number one is thinking about creating connection to your glutes. So when you're twisting the floor here, just remember, you're turning the floor out like a pickle jar, and you're trying to think about driving your heels in as you take your toes and turn them out. You can see the rotation of my entire femur, my entire lower half of the leg. I'm squeezing my butt underneath me. So from the side, if I do this, my hips should not be stuck in this butt toward position. I should be trying to really get it underneath me and squeeze really hard. And it should feel a reciprocal pull in your hip flexors and your groin. That's when you know you're in the right spot. And from here, I like to go back of my arms, so I retract my shoulder blades, connect my midline, my obliques, my feet goes on, actively push back. I keep twisting, I keep twisting. I go back and back, and I feel like, oh my God, I feel restricted. I can't keep my back too much flatter. And then from here, I twist the floor, and I come up with my glutes starting to activate to bring me up, not my lower back. I'm gonna squeeze really hard. And then repeat. That end range of motion is really important. Okay, so I'm gonna get here, end range over here is important, twist, and end range over here is so important. Squeeze and twist hard, okay? Very important to understand. So from the front angle, show you that real quick. Twisting, abs are on, I go, 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 go. Twist, and I come back up. And squeeze my glutes really, really hard. Okay, that's how you do your straddle good morning over there. When you get better and better at this movement, we'll start to use a plate, use some weight to help you out, to get a little stronger throughout the movement, or just increase your range of motion throughout the pattern as well. So you want to challenge yourself too, because you don't want to just start getting comfortable in that range. Just keep trying to challenge that a little more each time you go into the gym, or each time you do this on your own. Okay, squat stance. We have a detailed video on this as well. I will do this several times a day. So to go over that really quick, I'm gonna try to warm up into this. I'll show you my front angle first. It's important to establish foot position, so slightly point out with your feet. Wherever you feel like you can create the most connection through your mid-back and hamstrings is where you need to be. So I'm gonna start slightly outside shoulder width. And I'm gonna grab my toes. If I have the hamstring mobility, I'm gonna be pretty much straight and locked out. Just kind of collapse, take a few deep breaths here before I start my movement. If I don't have the hamstring mobility, I'm gonna go into a bent knee position. Okay? Whichever is better for you. So I'm gonna start an extension for me. I'm gonna grab as many toes as I can. I'm gonna pull up on my toes hard, but equally push down on my fingers to create a nice stable base. When I do that, I'm trying to create mid-back connection. So you can see my elbows tuck in, my shoulders go back and retract it. So from the side, you can see this right there, okay? So you can watch the video for a full detailed clip. I'm just gonna go over it really quick here. I'm gonna pull, rotate, and then begin to really pull myself into it. And I'm gonna shoot my hips back into position for my squat to stand and repeat that movement pattern over and over. So make sure you check out that detailed video. I'll post this in the description below as well, okay? Body solids, great way to get your midline connected and your obliques connected as well. So I'm gonna use my rollers right there, placed there for a reason, and sliders, grab slider. I've got a pair of sliders here. You can get these on Amazon.com as well. They're just furniture movers, really is what they are. I'll show you my side angle first. The best way to see what's happening. So I place a roller or a block between my thighs. My feet are on the sliders, preferably on the middle part of the sliders. Adjust this to make sure it's straight. Cool. And I'm ready. I'm on my elbows, underneath the shoulders. Squeezing the roller, squeezing my butt really hard. I'm rocking forward and back. And I'm really focusing on keeping that glute ab connection on the entire time. I don't want to just collapse my lower back when I do this movement. We have a video on this as well, so I'm gonna post that in the link below. Okay, last one, a thoracic reach. I also have a video on this. But basically, roller goes between your thighs. And you want to first establish the glute and ab connection with the roller. So I'm squeezing the roller, glutes are on, abs are tight. And from here, I'm going to find my hand length, arm length stance, which is right here. I'm going to squeeze here, create my braces. I'm going to rotate about the spine, establish contact, and push the wall away from me. And push it away and create space. I don't want to see this. Once I create space and I squeeze really hard, if it feels too intense, stay here. If it's not, create a rotation in your torso as you connect this and this even harder. Do about 10 reps total, going back and forth. And that is your thoracic reach there. So do it in this flow, specifically multiple rounds, and you will see yourself getting better and better with your back pain throughout the next couple weeks, months, even throughout the years, okay? So stay tuned for the next back pain series. If you've enjoyed this one, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Peace.